Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and you're watching Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Joining me, as always, are my co-hosts from the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks podcast, Rebellious D and Double OT, Terrific Trav. How you guys doing today?
Double OT.
Ready to rock.
Hey, I'm excited about what we are doing today. As you guys can see, we got My Hero Academia on in the background. We are going to be discussing the 3 My Hero Academia movies, My Hero Academia 2 Heroes, Heroes Rising, and World Heroes Mission. So before we get into this discussion, make sure that you like the video, you subscribe to the channel, and you hit that bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content here on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And D, like you tell everybody every time,
Podcast in the description. As always, like, follow, subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching, everybody.
Trying to, I know you ready to rock, but Banks don't like rocks in My Hero. You know what I mean? You don't like rocks in My Hero.
I don't like Coda. Hey, and you know what? Speaking of Coda, because, you know, I've just to let everybody know, you know, I've been on a Disney journey watching all of these Disney movies for the first time. And I watched Brother Bear. And I saw that the bear's name was Coda, and I'm just like, come on.
You turn it off?
No, I kept watching it. I said, this is the only Coda that I'm going to acknowledge, because that other Coda, I don't
understand. You call yourself a #1 hero, and you just can't accept this guy.
I can be the #1 hero.
No.
Without,
okay, Endeavor.
Hey, but one other thing too. If you have not watched Heroes Mission yet, because I did, post a poll in a bunch of My Hero Academia groups, and I'm going to be posting this video on those groups. So thank you everybody who participated in the polls and, you know, also commented on the post as well and gave your thoughts on all the movies. But if you have not seen World Heroes Mission yet, then you might want to skip this video until after you see it. I know that the movie is supposed to be coming out next month in Japan, so we'll probably be getting it in either March or April. So just stay tuned, and when you do watch the movie, come back, check out this video, see what we had to say about it. So to get this thing started and the ball rolling, you have the 3 My Hero Academia movies that came out. Each of them came out during seasons of the show. You know, 2 Heroes came out during season 3. Heroes Rising came out during season 4, and then World Heroes Mission came out during season 5. And between all 3 of the movies, each of us, we have our own opinion on which movie we think is the best. So, you know, I'm going to go ahead and go last, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts first, starting with you first, Trav, because me and D, we talked on the phone about this, and, I already kind of know where he's going to be leaning towards. So I want to start with you first. Out of the 3 movies, which one is your favorite?
Well, first off, man, if you want to let people know what I told you when you asked me.
Trav said you gonna find out when we do this video.
Find out.
You gonna learn today.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's so crazy, man, because like when the first one came out, I really enjoyed it. Now, not so much.
Interesting.
You know, it just didn't age well as the series went on and the movies came out. So let me just get that right off the bat. You know, 2 Heroes, it was good when it came out, but it's no longer in my repertoire, if you will. Moving on to Heroes Rising, man. It's such a good movie. I still got a lot of qualms with that end battle and Bakugo getting the powers, and then I thought that was just fucking horrible decision making. So, and I love that song, but that song does not go with this battle, in my opinion. So there's that. And if I move on to the World's Heroes Mission, I literally can't name a single thing I don't like about this film. And I'm not saying this because we had him on the podcast, but Rhodey was the best non-canon character that they've ever had in a My Hero movie. Bar none. There's not even competition. It was the best story written from front to back that they've had in a My Hero movie. And it was the most emotional of the movies, in my opinion. Like, I know people feel a certain way about the battle with Bakugo and Deku teaming up. And I did like that villain, but I like this way more. I like World Heroes Mission way more. Okay. And I mean, I can go on and on about
Well, I want you to hold on, Rondell, because I want to save, the favorite villains and favorite supporting characters as we do this thing. But D, like now your turn. Tell us, which one is your favorite?
Probably, I was listening to Trav. Definitely, I would go, 1, 3, then 2. I mean, I just feel like Two Heroes, or no, is it Heroes Rising is the first one?
No, Two Heroes. You had it right.
Two Heroes. Yeah, well, just thinking back to it, it's been a little bit since I've seen it, but it's just like you get to I forget about the opening. You get to see a slightly or a much younger All Might.
Right.
In some of his early days, I really like that. He kind of has this American sidekick at the time. Mm-hmm. And it's just, that was amazing opening to me. I mean, it's probably, to me, that's the best opening of all 3 movies, for one. And then just seeing him go with Deku at the end is just amazing. Movie 2 was, to me, the ending was very lackluster. If they had toned it, there was a lot of explosions and stuff like that towards the ends. And I felt like if it was more on the pages of like a Naruto finishing fight, it would have been better. Just so you could see more of it. It just like after a while it was like a cop out. They play the slow music and they're just blowing stuff up. But movie 3 for me, Rhodey Soul, sweet character, great add in. But I don't want to get into him too much. But very complete. You get to see more of the characters helping and stuff like that. See, that's the thing. Movie 2, you get to showcase the whole class basically, but a few people. And that was I think that was one of the strongest parts of that movie. Movie Absolutely. 3, you get to see everybody working in different parts of the world. And then the end fight was probably the best one to me on movie 3. So gradually getting better, I would say. Banks?
So for me, my favorite is Heroes Rising out of the 3 movies. Me and Trav, we actually went to go see that one together. And Trav, he could tell everybody that's watching right now, like I was like a kid while we were watching it. Like I was getting emotional, I was getting hyped, I was getting happy. And I feel like with Two Heroes, like I was hyped while I was watching it. And somebody had said this in one of the comments in one of the My Hero Academia groups, is that Two Heroes was the one that had the most funny moments in it, because while watching it in the theaters, there were a lot of people that were laughing at certain moments in Two Heroes, whereas in Heroes Rising, I feel like that there were a couple of funny moments in it, but Heroes Rising, like it was much more serious compared to Two Heroes. And then with World Heroes Mission, I mean, you had a couple of moments in there where like there were funny
there was
moments.
Tons of funny moments in my opinion, and I definitely don't think that's true.
Well, this is what somebody had said.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying I don't agree with him. I think the third one had just as many funny moments, if not more, than the original movie.
Yeah, it did have more dialogue moments.
Yeah, definitely a lot more dialogue, because it's like they were introducing you and telling you more about Rhodey Soul. But you know, the second movie for me, like I enjoyed the music, the end fight. I know that a lot of people don't like the ending because of the whole cop out. In a way, when Heroes Rising was first announced, I know Horikoshi, he had said that this was how I wanted to end the series, but it's just like, you know, he had to change up his original ending now, which we still haven't seen yet if you do read the manga, because they did this with the movie. I can't remember where else. Scott Pilgrim versus the World, like when the movie came out, the comic wasn't done yet, so they had to change the way that the comic was going to end now, because in the movie he ended up with Ramona, whereas in the comic originally he was going to end up with Knives. And if you have Scott Pilgrim versus the World, or if you haven't seen it on DVD or Blu-ray, there's an alternate ending where he does end up with Knives. So I recommend that if you haven't seen it. But yeah, Heroes Rising is my favorite out of the 3. I loved World Heroes Mission. I loved the action in that. Like D had said with the final fight, we're going to get to that as we discuss this more, but it's like Heroes Rising, it was a perfect 10 for me, man. I mean, I like Two Heroes, but like Trav said, the movies that came out after Two Heroes, they were just so much better. It kept on improving. Somebody else had said in the My Hero group, where it's like in the first movie, it was a coincidence that this student from UA was there. It's like they just kept kind of like shoehorning the students in there, just like, oh well, why is this student on the island? Whereas and Heroes Rising, all of the students were on the island because they went there to protect it until a new hero arrived. And then with World Heroes Mission, I love the fact that you had so many heroes, but a lot of the heroes didn't really get a lot of time to shine for real. Like they had moments where you saw them in different areas and whatnot. You know, I know on the My Hero Academia podcast, which I'm a frequent guest on, we were talking about how, you know, you had Eraserhead in Japan, but it's like they knew that Fleck was somewhere in the area that Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki's team was at. So it's like, why wouldn't you have the guy who can erase quirks be there?
Now, question for you, Ben. Now, I'm not really sure, but I might be. Eraserhead is ranked number 2 now.
No, he's not in the top 10.
He's not in the top 10 at all.
No.
Wow. What? How?
Because Eraserhead's really not that good of a.
Well, if he could start. I mean, I guess as far as a one-on-one, he could probably take you though. It just seems like an important quirk to not make the top 10.
Yeah, it's just interesting when you think about like some of the heroes, because I mean, same thing with Ida. It's like, you know, why wasn't he there? I mean, the more that you ask about World Heroes Mission, like, well, why wasn't this hero there, or why wasn't that hero there? You know, it's like it kind of puts the movie in a bad light, but I don't think that it's a bad movie. But moving along, I want to, you know, tackle supporting characters, because Trav had brought up Rhodey Soul, and Rhodey, he's one of my favorite supporting characters.
He's sweet.
It was really a tough one because I love Melissa Shield as well. I think that she's a really good supporting character. I love that, you know, she was just like Deku. She was born without a quirk, but she didn't let that stop her from wanting to help people. Whereas when we saw Deku, when the series first started, you know, he just wanted to be a hero. He was going to do whatever it took. He was going to be like your boy Stingray from Cobra Kai and do whatever it took to be a hero. And I just love Melissa Shield and her backstory and her willingness to want to help people. D, what do you do with you know, supporting characters? Like, how do you rank them?
Yeah, so basically my favorite supporting character has to be Rhodey. Hands down. Thanks. Can I ask you, why are you smiling? What's that smile for?
Because, man, Nana said that the strongest people have the biggest smiles. That's what I'm smiling.
And remember what Michael said too. Where's that smile now, Benjamin? No, but where Rhodey has to be, you know, super sweet character. Love his quirk. Love the design of the character. You know, the voice. I mean, it's all tied together in a nice, neat bow. You know. Trav.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why World Heroes Mission is the most successful out of the movies and a box office bombshell. You know what I mean?
Damn right.
I mean, it's because it's the front runner, dude. It's more fleshed out. It's better written. You got better characters. It's got a really good story. And I just think the plot is a lot more meaningful than any of the other 2 movies.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just Rhodey's backstory alone. Or if you know, him losing his dad, and
but even if you take Rhodey out, the mission itself, right? Like Rhodey just gets shoehorned into the mission, by mere chance. But the setup of the mission, of what they have to go and accomplish, what stakes are higher than that?
Yeah, it's the whole world. They need
the whole world, bro. It's like when they was doing the spirit bomb. I mean, it's like when Majin Buu was gonna, you know, destroy the world or whatever, and they had to say, like, the stakes don't get any higher in this third movie. So where do you even go from this movie, bro?
Yeah, well,
that's my question.
Something that I was thinking about, to piggyback off of what you said about the stakes being higher. I know that D said that 2 Heroes had the best opening, which I agree it did, but the opening for World Heroes Mission was wild. Like, it's like they let off the quirk bombs, and it's like they destroyed an entire city. You know what I'm saying? So that was wild. You know, I wasn't expecting to see that.
If I had to go between the 2, you can't beat Young All Might. It was just fun to see him just kind of. He's kind of like Superman-ish. Like, you know, he gets the missile shot at him and he hits him with the clap, and it's just I mean, it was just an iconic open.
He had the outfit on.
Oh, not that one though, Trav.
Yeah, not that one. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
He could have.
Yeah,
and
he
they
might.
asked him, they was just like, "What's his name?" And it was just like, "It's All Might." And his name, All Might. And from there, and that's what I loved about All Might when he went to America. Is because he named attacks after. I wonder, like, did he go to Detroit and he was just like, I got a special move coming up? Because remember in the first movie, like he had told David, he was just like, I'm naming this move after your state, and you know, the California. So it's cool, but Rhodey.
Yeah, keep going.
I guess we can all come to an agreement that Rhodey is the best supporting character. And I feel like what Maharu and Katsuma, I feel like that they're just kids. I mean, like they were good supporting characters, especially Maharu, because I know I butchered the name at first, so forgive me for that. But Maharu, you know, he had the quirk so that way that he could heal the cells. And I'll say that, and I want to segue into this, you know, favorite moments from all three movies was in Heroes Rising, the part where, you know, Maharu was saying that he was just going to give himself up so that way that everybody on the island would be safe. And then Deku came walking in the room, the music was playing, and, you know, he said, hey, you know, you did the good job, you know, healing us up, and, you know, we're going to take it from here. Then they came up with a plan on how they were going to defeat the villains and separate them and all that stuff. I just thought that whole scene was sweet. And then you see Deku and Bakugo standing there looking at each other, and All Might starts talking, and I just love the quote of, you know, saving people to win and then winning to save people. But if you two come together and work together, then you guys will be unstoppable. You'll always save the day. And that's the reason why I love the ending of the movie, but we'll get to that later. But Trav, I want to ask you, what was one of your favorite moments from one of the movies?
Well, starting with Two Heroes, I'm with D, bro. Like that whole beginning with All Might, you know, he's flying around, he's in California, he taking out, you know, little chump ass villains.
It was just something.
It was fire.
It was just cool. Like a hero. It was like he was stopping a heist.
Yeah, especially since we're at the point in the series now where All Might is about to be taken out. You know what I mean? So like that's what made that real cool. And you know, it's hard to really compete with that ending for World Heroes Mission, but I really enjoy the chase scene through the train station of Deku and Roddy.
Yeah.
And then also when they're going on the bus and he's like, "Oh, we'll ride on the roof." And Deku does like he still slid the money in there, bro. But they still rode on the roof.
Yeah.
Like they didn't hop in after they already paid. They still rode on the roof. Yeah. I mean, those were like really good moments, but it's hard to compete with that ending, bro. World Heroes Mission, bro.
D?
Yeah, I gotta go back to once again, movie one, man. The ending with the double Detroit smash. I mean, they hit All Might hit the pose. I was, I was sold on that. My man was flying. I mean, it was just something iconic about the first movie. And I don't think, I want to get the record straight. I don't think that it's one movie is necessarily better than the other, but I think it's just them progressively getting better, if that makes sense. I mean, because it's like three totally different conflicts going on in all three movies. So you have to look at it that way, you know? Basically, it's like a global thing in the third movie. The second one, they're trying to rescue the kids on the island. It's a rescue. And then the first one is kind of the same, a rescue, I guess kind of a heist, because at the end of the day, he wanted the thing that David Shield was making for All Might.
Like
that invention.
Yeah,
right. And it's just, I mean, we could sit here and I could just talk about all three really at the end of the day. One thing I will say too, another moment was probably just the teamwork of 1A in movie 2. That was phenomenal, trying to stop, the villain of the movie, and then, like you said, separating them. And then probably my favorite fight is probably the Chimera fight, That was amazing.
Yeah, it was a sweet fight.
Yes. Todoroki hit him with that super combo breaker.
Hey, bro, Todoroki said what I be saying to people before we interview him at cons: just follow my lead, and everybody was working together.
This guy,
I know I didn't say my favorite moments from the first and the third movie, but D, I want to piggyback off of you. Like that ending in the first movie where it's like Deku, he jumps in and he saves All Might. And then he says, we always got to save people because like that's what heroes do. And then All Might, he picks them up, they shake hands. And then when they start running, I was just like, yo, like this shit is about to go down. And like when it gives me
goosebumps. Goosebumps every time.
And then the pose, like when they like they're going for that final blow, and then All Might, he does the pose. Deku's just coming in. Like that moment, it was just so sweet.
Very iconic, I guess is the word. It was just. I'm
surprised they haven't did like a Funko Pop of them doing the double Detroit Smash, because I know that Funko releases the like the moments with anime characters and stuff like that. From the third movie, my favorite moment again is at the end of the movie where it's like they're racing against the clock. You know, Todoroki, Bakugo, they defeated their villains. Deku, he's trying to defeat Fleck. And, you know, he sees like all the heroes all over the world. And Deku just like, if I don't defeat this guy, then everybody's pretty much going to die. And when he goes 100% and the music started playing, like I was watching in the theater, like I was the only one screaming, my jaw dropped. I was just like, yo, like, and a part of me was saying to myself, I was just like, yo, is he about to do the United States of Smash? And then like when his arm started going fast and then he said the United States world is, I was just like, bro, this moment is fire, man. I'm surprised like people weren't getting hyped at that moment. Like that moment, it was just such a,
it's sweet.
It was the cherry on top of it.
Some of us don't be yelling, bro.
But the thing too,
I thought it was tight too, but I'm not yelling. Like
were the girls
I just want to say,
no, nobody was screaming, bro.
Yeah, y'all whack. Go ahead.
Now, what I wanted to say too about the end fight of 2, if they had kept it like what I'm looking for in that fight, when you get the team up between the rivals, I wanted it to be more like a Ryu and Ken versus Bison, something like that. Like keep it in context. Just don't start making giant explosions. I felt like that's what I felt a little cheated, because this is something that a lot of fans probably wanted to see was the team up between Deku and Bakugo. And I don't necessarily think you needed to give or share the power with Bakugo to have it be a sweet fight scene. I just don't. That's just the way I feel about it. Like
I get what you're saying.
I don't
like because Bakugo, he's powerful in his own right. You know what I'm saying? Like
it made no sense.
Put some respect on his name.
He did 2-1 for alls, man.
Well, why didn't you just give it to Todoroki 2 and have 3?
Bro,
that's why you have World Heroes mission.
And not even just that. All you do is show that Bakugo's just not as strong as Deku.
But he knows
exactly like in anything else.
But he said, but he acknowledges that and admits that in the anime and the manga. Like he knows that Deku is stronger than him, even though Bakugo did beat Deku's ass in season 3.
If they fought right now, Bakugo would work that man. So I think when Bakugo says that, he's saying that he has the kind of like, remember Gohan back in the day had potential to be stronger than Goku. He never got that potential because he decided to stop fighting. So he probably sees that internally he could be stronger than Bakugo. But if they fought right now, Bakugo would work that man.
Yeah, Bakugo
work that man, bro. It's not even a competition.
We saw the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like in the first fight, Deku caught Bakugo off guard. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only reason why he won. But
when they really fought, and All Might broke him up.
That was sweet too.
Well, All Might didn't really break him up. Like Bakugo had this man face down on the ground, and he was like, "I won." You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how strong you are. Like I'm a better fighter than you. So now that we're at this part, I want to ask you guys, what is your favorite? Who is your favorite villain from the 3 movies? Starting with you, Trav.
Well, hold on, bro. I'm drawing a blank on the villain in Heroes Rising.
9.
That's what it was.
Yeah, 9.
9 was sweet, bro.
He was, man.
9 was real sweet.
His whole squad was sweet.
His whole squad was sweet.
His whole squad
was sweet.
Yes,
I'll give the second movie
Scarlet.
that.
Yeah.
But
villains. Yeah, I give it. I would. Now, do you think that movie has better villains than the third movie overall, or
Absolutely.
like as a team?
Of
Absolutely.
course.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I mean, I just had to ask.
The third one kind of cool because they got a cult gimmick going
They got
on.
that. Yeah, did they got that? They got that Chimera pop out yet?
They didn't have the Chimera, but
Ooh.
I just felt like the
Quick.
villains that were in the movie, the piggyback is that it's like they were cool. Like you had the one chick who had the bow and arrow. Like I thought
Right,
she
yeah,
was
she
cool.
was
Oh yeah, she was sweet.
But it's just like she never took the quirk and what was the trigger. She never took the trigger to make her a stronger, her quirk stronger. But I thought that she was badass. She should have at least made it to the end of the movie. Another complaint that I didn't like about World Heroes Mission was it's like, you know, they showed the stealth suits and like so many people were hyped to see them in these stealth suits, and we only get it at the start of the movie.
Yeah, the very beginning.
It's like
that
they should have wore those at the end of the movie when because think about it, they went to the location at night. And it's just like the people already knew that they was coming. I mean, they came in there in the plane. They was like the A team for real.
Oh, yeah.
But Trav, you said 9 was your favorite. D, what about you?
Chimera.
So
easy. My man was like he was smoking a cigar the whole time.
He lit it up.
Sweet. Very cool villain, very cool interpretation of a Chimera. It was just loved the attitude, loved his voice. It just brings it home when the voice hits, you know. And it's just he was burly, he was taking them on. Then of course, you know, my boy Kirishima got in on that fight. It was sweet. Ida, I mean, it was amazing. And it was cool because they kind of took what they learned from school and applied it in that fight. That's what I thought was cool.
Team up. Like that's what I loved about Heroes Rising was just the team ups between all the students. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, everybody had their
so
time
sweet.
to shine in that movie.
So sweet, even Coda. So sweet. He saved the kids.
He did save the kids.
You know what?
Bro.
My favorite moment from the movie was when Coda saved them kids.
That's
I
right.
forgot.
Hey, remember?
I bet you Banks won't hollering then, was he?
No,
but remember when we did our My Hero Academia episode on the podcast? I gave Coda his I gave him a pinky.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Banks was like, let me know when the scene's over. I'm going to the bathroom. This is a perfect time to get a refill.
Coda.
Coda.
For me, 9 he was my favorite villain out of the 3. It's kind of hard because I do like Fleck, and I did like I'm mad I can't remember the first villain's name, but I liked him too. But
Metal Mask or something like that.
Huh?
What's his name? Metal Mask.
I can't remember.
It
was something silly.
I just watched the movie again recently, but
it's Wolframe.
Wolframe. There you go. Thank you, Trav.
What?
Yeah.
Where did he get that name from?
He got it from Michael.
What does that mean?
I think he's
part wolf, part man.
Yeah. You know what's it called? He on that island. You know, they've been experimenting on this man.
I mean, but bro, like the whole setup of that was sweet though. Like them taking over the whole island. I mean,
we've seen that.
Yeah, but that's what I was about to say.
Over and over again.
It was more like Lethal Weapon, Die Hard, like we're taking over everything.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's cartoon villain 101, like the evil layer on the island, like
taking over.
Yeah.
Ain't that an Akon song? We take
it.
Over?
DJ Khaled, actually. Akon just on the hook.
Oh, okay, yeah, he on the hook.
And that's before the another one. That's when we had the original. The best music.
But no,
about that.
9 was my favorite villain. Just the final fight with him against Bakugo and Deku. I really enjoyed the fight. Like I really thought if the series ended and like this was the final movie, like it would have been dope. But I was not a fan of the cop out, like where it's like he just had to. I mean, the quirk transferred back to Deku, but Trav, I know that you're not a fan of the song that plays during.
No, I am a fan of that.
Song. I'm saying I know you're not a fan of the song playing at the end, but after I like the song there, and the reason
you
why
did it at first though.
I always liked it there, but it grew on me.
Okay.
It grew on me because it's a very emotional moment because Deku and Bakugo, they always have been, at head with each other and whatnot. And, when Bakugo asked him, it's just like, if we do this, are you gonna lose the quirk? And Deku was just like, All Might, he did the same thing to save us in Kamino. So it's like, I get it. It was an emotional moment, but I still like the song more when Deku saved Eri, though. Like,
absolutely,
it was perfect.
Yeah,
right
it fit. It fit right there is what it is.
But that song, that Go Straight song, when Deku was fighting against Fleck, now it was perfect. And I know that a lot of people, you guys included, said that that's the song that should have been playing when they were fighting against Nine, like the You Say Run. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that covers everything. Did you guys have any other things that you might want to bring up? Like, was there any complaints that you had from the movies or anything?
I have. Yeah, go ahead, Trav, you first.
I just want to say, man, this was for the anime OGs out here, bro. The third one brought back Asian Kung Fu Generation. You know what I mean? As soon as I heard them doing the theme song in the song in the movie, I was like, I'm sold, bro. This is for the OGs right here.
This for the streets.
This for the streets. The anime streets.
Hey, man, it was hell of a ride so far. Can't wait for what comes next, man. I ain't got no complaints, brother.
Yeah, I could see them putting out 2 more movies because the anime, it's season 6 is going to be coming out, and I can see them going to like 8 seasons for this because of where they are in the manga right now. But so the final thing that I want to bring up is, because like I said at the start of this discussion, I posted in a bunch of groups. I posted on Twitter, I posted on Facebook, everywhere, what was everybody's favorite movie of the 3, like in what particular order and whatnot. So I want to ask you guys, what do you think the number 1 movie was? Starting with you, D.
Movie number 2.
Okay, Trav.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna say movie number 3 because it's the biggest box office draw by like $10 million. So I don't care what that polls say. 10 million. It made $10 million more.
Like the numbers. It made $10 million
more. That's all I'm saying.
The numbers is what matters.
The numbers will matter. So
the results are in. Heroes Rising was the most voted out of all of the fans and all of the groups.
Spoiler alert.
And number 2, it was World Heroes Mission, and then number 3 was 2 Heroes. So thank you everybody who participated in the polls, because it was awesome reading everybody's comments on what movie they enjoyed out of the 3. And a lot of the comments is pretty much stuff that we talked about in this discussion. So thank you everybody for participating. So with that being said, hop in the comments. Talk about the movie with us. Let us know what you thought about each movie, the villains, favorite moments, music, all that stuff. Trav, let them know where they can find you at in social media land.
Man, I am on the Instagram at ZKAudio. I'm also on the Twitter at TRAVIOSZK, where I'm also on Letterboxd ranking and rating my favorite movies as I watch them every day. D, we ready to rock. Where my man at?
Hey, you can just find me at Rebellious _D23 at Instagram.com. And Banks, hey, talking about World Heroes and Heroes Rising and 2 Heroes, where can they find this hero?
Hey, you can find me at Hero Benjamin Banks at King Benji _Banks on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me on Facebook at Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. Thank you everybody for watching our first discussion video that we've done here on the channel. We'll have some more coming up in the future. Make sure that you check out some of our reviews, interviews, reaction videos that we have here as well. Like I say all the time, keep that pinky up, stay positive, go beyond.
Plus Ultra.
I know he was waiting for us to say
I was coming. I was here.
Hey, there you go. Hey, Trav is more of the My Villain Academia. You know what I'm saying?
You know how Trav. Hey, they don't call it Triple T for nothing.
When I sit in the theater, I watch the movie. I don't be screaming so nobody can hear it.
Ooh, easy, Trav.
Right. But hey, thank you everybody. We'll see you next time. Stay safe. Peace. Thank you for watching a brand new episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure that you hit that like button and you subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content on our channel. Make sure you check out our podcast where we release new episodes every Tuesday, and the video of that episode is uploaded on Friday. And you can find new episodes of our podcast on all podcast platforms. Make sure you follow all the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks social media accounts at Leveling Up Banks on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, we have a Patreon. If you're feeling generous and would love to donate to us, it's at Leveling Up Banks. And huge shout out to our patrons. We really appreciate you and thank you for the support. We'll see you next time on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks.